A little bit of platforming. All is well, all is nice. Oh my god, it's the boulders. Oh my god, run away, Lara, run away. Oh, the spikes. Oh, man. Oh, spiky walls. Oh no, many spikes. Oh my god, run, climb, run away. Can I have this? Oh, so many of them. Oh my god, how many of them are here? Oh, run, just run and run. Is that it? Oh, there's more. Run away, collapsible floor. Oh my god. And this is the first level, the Great Wall. If this is that hard, what's the rest of the game gonna be like, huh? My god. Before you start sharpening your daggers and try to stab me because I have the audacity to write a title like that, let me tell you one thing. I like Tomb Raider 2 very much. I've had my fair share of fun playing it quarter of a century ago and every once in a while, even these days as I was recording this footage you are seeing right now. But was Tomb Raider 2 better than the predecessor? Well, depends on how you look at it. I believe the game ultimately suffered from a term called sequel syndrome that kinda clipped its wings, so it cannot fly away to the realm of the best games or sequels ever. So right now you must be asking yourselves, what the hell is a sequel syndrome? Like I said in my previous video, the original Tomb Raider was a tremendous success, selling many millions of copies across all platforms worldwide. I don't think neither core design nor Eidos expected the game to perform so well. I believe they kinda knew they had something special, but not that special. However, the Tomb Raider was selling like hot cupcakes. And you know what that means now, do you? What? You don't know? Oh come on, you gotta be kidding me. A floodgate for sequels is open. Let the annual Sequelitis production commence. That's right, up until the infamous Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness, Core Design made a new Tomb Raider game every single year. Logically, that means that Tomb Raider 2 was released in the year 1997, and that's really fast if you ask anybody who is in gaming development. When you have such a short time frame to develop a game, there is usually no room for innovation. This means that the proven formula that made the predecessor a big hit will stay almost intact with little to no changes to the core elements. Throw some slight improvements on several aspects of the game, wrap it up nicely, and that's it. And that is a sequel syndrome, my friends. When you start the game, you will see the most important improvement over the predecessor ever. That's right, Lara's tits are now roundy, nicely shaped. A nice touch for my sore eyes, yes. I'm kidding, put your knives down please. There are also many improvements in this sequel that I will mention later on, but now, let's focus on the story. This time, the plot device is set across the pond in the lands of the ancient China in the form of mystical dagger of Xian. Whoever stabs themselves in the heart with that knife, they become a big-ass yellow dragon, spitting flames all around like some ancient living flamethrower. And that's exactly what the Emperor of China did during one of the wars, as he was the embodiment of a terrifying dragon. But there's a problem, or should we say, Achilles' heel in the equation. The same dagger, if pulled from the body of the dragon, strips away all of the power. It takes life in general. And that's exactly what happened when one of the monks suddenly found himself below the dragon. He realized that there was a knife present in the heart area, and then he pulled it. The dragon quickly killed him with the last dying homicidal breath of fire and quickly succumbed to the everlasting reek of putrefaction as the rotting flesh made way to the bleaching bone. So, the surviving monks found the knife and traced the entrance to the chamber when one of them went in, inserted the knife in the gaping mouth of the dragon statue. Purple light went out, he screamed, and BAM! The recurring symbol flashes. And that's all, folks. Now, let's play the game. Obviously, this dagger became a point of interest for our beloved Lara Croft, who set herself on a journey to the Great Wall that became the first level in the game via helicopter. But before all of that, let's go back to home to refresh our gameplay skills. You will quickly realize that the grid-like tank control system is exactly the same as before. So, if you're familiar with any of the first 5 original Tomb Raiders, you'll know how to play the game. House is now expanded in the way that you start outside behind the house on a course with a timer. That's right, you can now do a time attack run on this obstacle course that will test your gameplay skills. That's cool. And also, welcome this little fella, our beloved waiter named Winston. His role in this game is just to infinitely follow Lara around the house with a tray. And that's it. If you wanna get rid of him, there is a well-known way. Yep, you know what I'm on about. A walk-in fridge. Just lure him into entering the fridge with you, then you quickly go out and shut the door. Poor little old man. His gentleman's sausage is gonna get frostbitten and it's gonna fall off. What a tragedy. Geezers in the freezer. But now you can do whatever you like. Listening to music while swimming in the pool, or wander in this maze searching for a button to press to open a timed door. I guess behind these doors are the foundations of the big Croft Manor. So much gold and money. Lara Croft is filthy rich. Well, other than that, there is not much else you can do, so let's return to the Great Wall. First half of the level is easy peasy, but the second half will try to desecrate any unsuspecting player so hard it's not even funny. I mean, you've seen everything in the beginning of this video. Along the way, you will quickly realize that Lara now has the ability to climb various ladders, bookshelves and so on. She can do a zipline slide or whatever you wanna call it, and she can do a turn flip while jumping or diving in the water, which might come in handy. And now she can use a harpoon to do the killing of the annoying divers underwater. And I hate it. As if normal shooting isn't clumsy enough, now I have to do even clumsier variant underwater? Oh well. You will also realize that secret items are now treated differently. Maybe I should use a proper word for it. Unfairly. How so? Well, they're made in the form of 3 different dragon statues. Silver Dragon represents an easy way to find or reach secret. Jade Dragon secret should be moderately hard to get, while Golden Dragon is the toughest one to obtain. Only if you collect all 3 dragons in the level you get ammo or medipacks. If you happen to miss one of the dragons, well, tough luck my friend. No goodies for you. Upon finishing the first level, Lara will be unsuccessfully attacked by Fiamma Nera member called Claudio, who is a servant to the great Marco Bartoli. That's all Lara could find out from Claudio before he commits suicide. Luckily, there is a laptop nearby that revealed the hint of Bartoli's hideout whereabouts in Venice, Italy. So, Venice. Looks pretty in the game, at least for a 1997 game, just like in real life. You can see that the overall visuals have been improved and everything is pleasing to the eyes. You can do what you probably don't want to do in Venice in real life. Swimming in the water. Imagine the filthiness and the stench you are exposing your poor body to. Ugh. Yuck. Also, you'll quickly encounter one of the biggest shortcomings of the Tomb Raider 2 in my opinion. Tons of human enemies. This game has the population of a mid-sized city in the form of berries you need to dispose of, and it's stupid and annoying. First of all, this senseless killing really detracts from the essence of the tomb raiding. Instead of platforming, doing puzzles and scavenging ancient temples or tombs, you will mostly count the bullets and medipacks, hoping that you won't be groped by 2, 3 or 4 berries simultaneously. You already know that the fighting system is clumsy in itself, and you will lose a lot of energy trying to evade so many pistol or shotgun shots, so is it really necessary to have so many enemies? Huh? I know you're fighting against occult organization Fiamma Nera and that you are wandering in the city that, you know what, has citizens, but what's enough is enough. By prolonged examination of every corner of Venice, you will find yet another novelty in the game, the ability to drive vehicles. You can ride a boat and snowmobile in Tomb Raider 2, which is cool. The controls are actually kinda okay, and the inclusion of vehicles does not really detract from the main purpose of the game, to be a platformer. It's only laughable how easy it is to blow up a snowmobile in this game. Just look at this. Every single slightly bigger jump might result in your explosive death. Cool. At least you can easily run over enemies and instantly kill them, but beware of enemy snowmobilers because they're assholes. While I was playing the game, I felt that the levels were much longer in duration than the levels in the original Tomb Raider. And there are a total of 18 levels if you exclude Lara's home as a tutorial level. When it comes to difficulty, well, let's just say this game is a roller coaster of easy and very hard moments in every single level. There's simply no linearity in the difficulty curve.
You sure you're not here for them?
Their Jackanory days are well over.
Yes it is, and then some. The title is not lying. As you advance through the levels, it will be apparent that this game has dualistic nature of difficulty. What do I mean by that? Well, some of the levels are long and almost maze-like. When traversing the Opera House, the wreck of Maria Doria, Catacombs of the Talion, and Temple of Xian, you will at some points of the levels feel so lost and disoriented. I know I was. More often than not, I would be circling around wondering what did I miss? Where's the switch? Where's the crevice or door to go further? And couple that with so many sudden traps in the form of collapsible floors, spiky walls, boulders, etc., you will feel insanely furious at times. But fear not, because there is another cool little feature Tomb Raider 2 offers that helps. You can actually save anywhere, anytime, an unlimited number of times. Oh yes, no more stupid save game crystals, yes! I know some of you will be laughing in PC Master Race version at me, but this was a great news for PlayStation 1 game owners. Here's a top tip from me: save every 5 seconds, because this game will piss you off with surprise attacks. Some of the events can be predicted just by knowing Core Design's game design philosophy, but most of the game wants to hit your nerves viciously. There's always something so sudden, like the beginning of the level called 40 Fathoms, where you start the level by being left deep in the dark waters. Since your lung capacity dictates the time you can spend underwater, you better find a place to catch some air before you drown quickly. And to add insult to injury, you're attacked by several sharks along the way. You better be quick or be dead. And you don't know where to go at first because everything in these deep waters looks exactly the same. Damn it. Yeah, just follow the sunken barrels, trust me. What about the Temple of Xian? That godforsaken place has an insane arsenal of traps that will obliterate you at least 10,000 times. Just when you think you're safe, there goes the boulder out of nowhere to make you an instant pancake. Really? It's so sadistic it makes you want to rage quit. Interestingly, when you enter the level Barkang Monastery, for the first time you will encounter NPCs that are not hostile towards you. That's right, these monks might look at you weirdly, but they won't touch you. If you're cool, they're cool, and that's cool. They'll just wander aimlessly around the monastery. But since a persistent bunch of Bartoli's annoying henchmen invades even these sacred premises, because nothing is sacred to them, monks will attack and kill them, so you don't have to. So don't wield the guns, because of the poor automatic targeting system you might lock one of the monks, and in the heat of the battle you might shoot them. And then, just like that, every single monk will go against you, and this makes the level so much tougher to beat. In a game that is already tough, you don't have to make it insufferable, unless you like extra challenges. There are levels like the aforementioned wreck of Maria Doria, living quarters and the deck. They are all part of this big sunken ship of Maria Doria that is turned upside down. They ooze with this magical Tomb Raider atmosphere that I often crave. You know, being alone in some desolate part of the microcosmos excavating random stuff at your own pace. While running through the bluish corridors, you kinda wondered what was going on the ship and what caused it to sink. I know it's not raiding tombs per se, but it's a very close substitute for the feeling you want to feel. You'll probably be amazed by the levels such as floating islands where the game goes hard into the spheres of deep surrealism. You know, you have literal islands floating in the sky or space or whatever. These islands are sometimes shrouded in unknown green stuff like the Jade the Dragon's secret. That's not all. You also have statues that represent warriors. And of course they must come back to life when least expected, because this is Tomb Raider. And not only that, they can float in the sky to reach you easier. You wanna kill them? You'll waste a ton of bullets, so you better use weapons like Uzis. I mean, it's not unusual for Tomb Raider to dabble with supernatural occurrences like Atlantis demons, dinosaurs, UFO spacecrafts, Egyptian gods, sword skeletons in Labyrinth on Haunted Black Isle, etc. But level floating islands takes the torch if you ask me. Just look at this crazy, nonsensical action. Just look. Coming on the second place on the pedestal of weirdness are the Yetis from the level Ice Palace. At the end of the level there comes the bird-like mythical creature in the form of Guardian of the Talon. Like I said, Tomb Raider is not Tomb Raider without these elements. Depending on the level, Lara will change her outfit to quench her needs. When being mostly underwater, she will dress into a diving suit or whatever you wanna call it. On the Tibetan foothills, she will have the jacket to endure the winter temperatures, but she will still wear short pants revealing her long legs. On top of that, she has no problem diving into the freezing waters like that. I guess she is immune to hypothermia or something. Good for her. Along the way, to pronounce the mystery and overall atmosphere of the levels, you'll gather that some parts of the levels are pretty dark. But fret not, because we have yet another cool new feature called Dynamic Lighting. That means that we can alter the visibility by using what? That's right, flares. They come in handy a substantial amount of time. The first Tomb Raider didn't have darker caves or rooms. Every place was unnaturally filled with light. Not anymore. Tomb Raider 2 has a plethora of dark places where you cannot see a damn thing, so you can use flares. Luckily, they even work underwater. But why do I say that atmospheric elements have diminished a bit? Well, because overall, even in Tomb Raider 2, some of the original magic was gone. For example, Venice, as pretty as it is, doesn't give me the sense of tomb raiding at all. Levels like Offshore Rig and Diving Area look like they belong in a totally different game, not Tomb Raider. And it's the same with Barkang Monastery. Let's say that more than half of the game doesn't have that atmosphere that I crave. Even though there is more music present in the game and more layers of atmospheric sounds, I just don't have the feel that I'm being somewhere so remote, scavenging stuff inside forgotten temples or tombs. At least some of the atmosphere is present under the moniker of recognizable Tomb Raider platforming and sense of adventure. The development of Tomb Raider 2 wasn't an easy task for the core design. Even with the expanded team, doing actual development of the game in like 6 or 8 months meant so much crunch time. The original creator of Lara Croft, Toby Gard, was gone after some disagreements with others regarding Lara's further portrayal or maybe the general direction everybody wanted to go, to produce sequels. Maybe his absence is the key factor as to why every subsequent Tomb Raider felt a bit different than the original. However, core design made it easier for themselves by designing their own level editor in the in-house engine. Now it's much easier to design and put together the levels and test it for the bugs instantaneously. You can probably use the same level editor even today to create your own versions of Adventures of Lara Croft. To resume the speedy development, they opted for the same control scheme and overall gameplay elements. Rather than doing something different from scratch, they just slightly expanded Lara's moves, added some AI to the enemies that can run away from you if you're shooting them from afar, or they have the ability to climb obstacles to reach you. You know, overall incremental improvements which I've put into these two words from the title. Yes, sequel syndrome. As you know, the competition in the genre of 3D platforming of the era was still at the state of unrest, and it spelled out a big name. Nintendo's blockbuster Super Mario 64. That game redefined the control scheme for the years to come, and there was no excuse for core design to keep their Prince of Persia controls anymore. I mean, maybe Tomb Raider 2 could still slip up through the cracks, but that's it. Every new sequel should adapt to the new trends, but we know core design didn't do that. Milking cow is often the unfortunate way to go. But did it all hurt Tomb Raider's 2 reception? Not at all. Press and media overall hailed it, and the game was very well received amongst the gamers, which led to multi-million sales. Some of those who criticized the game would say that it has little innovation and too many enemies. But most of them said that Tomb Raider 2 was better than the original, but I would beg to differ. While it has its fair share of flair, expansion and fun elements, I feel that for every step up front, there is a step back, so the game is expanded kinda laterally. You could highly arguably say that this sequel is like a giant expansion of the first game. Or maybe I sound like I'm dissing it too much now. I don't know, you tell me. Like I said in the beginning, I'm really fond of Tomb Raider 2 despite its flaws, but there's always gonna be this feeling that the game could be much better if core design didn't have the pressure to make it so quickly. However, it deserves a spin every now and then, and rage quit when you reach the levels in China. Because it's just Tomb Raider. There is no other explanation. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, kanpai.
Don't you think you've seen enough?